to be or not to be? That is the question. E equals mc squared. X equals b squared plus or minus the square root
Don't
of
panic
BC.
about the Leave Insert, as here on 3 we have the solution. Starting next Saturday, we have a comprehensive guide to everything you'll need to survive your exams. We'll show you how to focus properly and how to tackle your exams in the most effective way. We'll also give you practical tips for each exam, along with methods of how to approach the different papers. Your most effective half hour of study time starts next Saturday at 10:30. Exam countdown on 3, in association with An Post. See the star for details.
Taoiseach hits out at train strikers as action reaches the south.
Faulty blood tests lead to recall of over 700 patients.
And do you know what it costs? Consumers urged to shop around.
TV3 News at 6:30.
The Taoiseach, Bertie Ahern, has strongly criticised train drivers who've caused huge disruption to rail services in the last 2 days.
Thousands of passengers suffered more delays to their journeys today, this time in the south. Most services from Cork, Limerick, Waterford and Killarney were cancelled.
In the Dáil today, the Taoiseach had harsh words for striking train drivers.
That the ATGWU are in breach of the negotiated agreement of the Congress of Trade Unions. Mr Ogle and his colleagues tried one way and failed.
More than 700 patients are to have their blood tests checked after faulty testing kits were found to have been used at the blood bank in the regional hospital in Limerick. The Midwestern Health Board has described the move as precautionary. It says the faulty blood tests pose no risk to patients.
715 patients were recalled to have their blood groups confirmed after a fault was discovered in a testing kit supplied to the Midwestern Regional Hospital Blood Bank. About 2,000 patients were tested using the faulty kits between February and April of this year. But almost 1,300 of those patients were given the all clear after other hospital records were checked. So far, tests carried out by the Midwestern Regional Health Board have confirmed that all blood group test results are correct. The board has stressed that there is no known risk to patients involved.
No patient has been given the wrong blood or a wrong transfusion as a result of this. And we can be absolutely certain about this because if a patient who was tested using the suspect kit needed a blood transfusion, they would have had additional tests done using completely different reagents and completely different test methods.
Special clinics will be held from this Friday in the Midwestern Regional Hospital and St John's Hospital for any patients who have been recalled for new blood tests. Aidan Wunala, TV3 News, Limerick.
Another case of foot and mouth disease has been confirmed in the north. Tests on a sheep at a farm near Mahara in Derry have proved positive. As a precautionary measure, the entire flock of 64 sheep will be slaughtered. The North Department of Agriculture is also investigating another suspected case of foot and mouth on a farm in County Antrim. 18 sheep out of a flock of 325 on a farm near Ballycastle are showing signs of the disease.
The Family Planning Association in the North is asking the High Court in Belfast for a judicial review to look at laws on abortion. It claims the current regulations are confusing. The move is being opposed by pro-life groups.
Secondary school teachers have voted against entering negotiations with the government on a new system for supervision pay, but they're looking for direct talks with An Taoiseach. The executive committee of the ASTI voted by 88 to 72 against supervision negotiations. The unions committee met to review its controversial industrial relations campaign and to discuss its future strategy. A ballot on further strike action has been deferred until September.
The bodies of 2 Israeli teenagers have been found in a cave in the West Bank. They were stoned to death. The 2 14-year-olds were reported missing after being absent from school yesterday.
The bodies of the teenage boys been taken from a cave in the hillside where hours earlier they'd been subjected to a brutal murder. They were bound and stoned to death at the hands of Palestinian militants.
Pope John Paul II has ended his 6-day Mediterranean tour with a 3-hour outdoor mass at Valletta Square in Malta. Half of the island's population were there to see it.
More than half of Malta's population flocked to Valletta Square to see Pope John Paul celebrate. Many there from overnight. Amid tight security, the Pope arrived in his distinctive Pope Mobile to the delight of the crowd.
The government today launched its campaign for a yes vote in next month's referendum on the Nice Treaty. Taoiseach Bertie Ahern said it was time to pay back the generosity shown to this country by Europe. If passed, the treaty will allow more countries to join the EU.
It was a thumbs up for the Nice Treaty today at the Department of Foreign Affairs. The Taoiseach Bertie Ahern waved off claims the treaty meant goodbye Irish neutrality, hello a multi-tiered Europe that would be dominated by the richest and biggest countries.
Shoppers don't know the cost of goods anymore because they're becoming too complacent about prices. That's according to the Director of Consumer Affairs. It seems people are failing to shop around for the best deal on all kinds of things, including petrol and bank loans.
A litre of milk, a loaf of bread and a bag of potatoes. Common items in your shopping trolley, but do you know how much they cost?
Let's catch up on the day's financial news now. The ISEC index of Irish shares closed at 59.54, up 20. In London, the FTSE was up as well, 7 to 58.93 at close of business. Not so good news in New York right now. The Dow Jones is down 2 at the moment. The Nasdaq is down 17. On international markets, the punt was worth 78 pence sterling, $1.12. The dollar is worth €1.13, and £1 sterling will buy you €1.61.
And coming up next on News at 6:30, all the sports, including Harry says goodbye to the Hammers.
And in entertainment, Witness returns.
You're welcome back. Entertainment news now in a moment, but Stephen's here first with the sports news.
Thanks very much, Gráinne. Good evening. West Ham are beginning their search for a new manager after Harry Redknapp announced today that he was leaving the club. Frank Lampard Sr., Redknapp's number 2 at Upton Park, has also decided to quit his post. Redknapp has been with the Hammers for the past 7 years and was the second longest serving manager in the Premiership after Alex Ferguson.
News of Harry Redknapp's departure from West Ham will shock the players and fans alike. But on reflection, perhaps it's not the most unpredictable event of the season.
Well, there's racing this evening at Naas. These are the results we have to hand. The 5:30 went to number 17, Caffrey's Gold, at 20 to 1. The 6 o'clock was won by number 3, Cloho, at 4 to 1. And the 4:30 went to number 4, Toto Chelo, the 11 to 10 favourite. Boxing, and it looks like Hasim Rahman's first fight as heavyweight champion of the world will be against the man he recently defeated to win the title. According to reports from America, Rahman has agreed to a rematch against Lennox Lewis, who he knocked out in round 5 of their title fight in South Africa just over 2 weeks ago. However, things are not exactly cut and dried quite as yet, as Mike Tyson has filed a lawsuit in the United States in an attempt to try and force Rahman to fight him first. In rugby, Lawrence Dallaglio's place on the Lions tour to Australia is in doubt because of concerns over his fitness. Gaelic Games and the Munster Minor Hurling Championship semi-finals take place this evening. Limerick take on Cork in Thurles, while Clare face Tipperary at the Gaelic Grounds in Limerick. Both games have a throw-in time of 7:30. And in rugby, there's one game tonight in the AIB League Division 1. Garryowen take on Buccaneers at Dora Doyle, and that one kicks off in around 10 minutes' time. That's all your sport for the moment. I'll have more again on News Tonight.
Thanks, Stephen. Entertainment news now. Here's Lorraine.
Thanks, Ray. Ireland's only multi-stage festival is back. The lineup for Witness was launched today. Stereophonics, Fun Loving Criminals and Paul Weller will all take the stage, as will Snow Patrol, just one of the many Irish bands in the lineup, who already have their tent out in preparation. Finally, Louis Walsh's latest pop hopefuls, the girl band that call themselves Bellfire, have taken to the stage like a duck to water. With their first album already finished and a debut single, Perfect Bliss, due for release on the 8th of June, the girls have a lot to be excited about, and that's just what they are. And that's it from me until News Tonight. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Ryan.
Let's have a look at the weather now with Martin.
Well, the sun kept itself well hidden from southern counties today. Northern parts got to see a fair amount of it, though, and still seeing it even right now. This is the shower cloud that moved through, pushed in from England. In fact, a lot of rain coming up from France, pushing through the UK and over towards us. We'll see more of it. In fact, just a second, our radar picture. The heavier showers now pushing it towards Clare, Limerick and onto that Kerry coast too. But there's more rain out here too, so that'll move through over the next while. But those showers will die out later on, but still affecting quite a few places at the moment. Good to see still. Plenty of sunshine in northern counties. Southern areas seeing the cloudier and showery conditions, but that, as we've said, will die out later, and we'll get back to sunshine before the weekend comes around. Temperatures 10, 11 degrees along that eastern and southern coast, but underneath those sunnier skies, 15 to 17 degrees. Still up in parts of Mayo and Donegal and into some parts of Derry too. Temperatures later tonight will fall no lower than 5 degrees, so the risk of ground frost lifted, even if it is only just for a moment. As for that rain there, you can see it coming up from France, heading towards us. In fact, it'll push into some northern parts during tomorrow. The rain will have to give way to sunshine, so there's some good news for the northeast. And temperatures, well, 13 to 15 degrees along the coast and a little bit warmer, 16, 17 degrees further inland. So about a day temperature-wise during Thursday. And as we head towards the weekend, the temperatures are going to pick up again. Over in the northwest, it's again the same story with 1 or 2 showers thrown in with a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures improving here too, 18 degrees inland, 16 degrees along the coast. So a pleasant day, all right. Nice sunshine during most of the day, but again, you've got to watch out for that rain. Martina Walker, she's in Ballina. Happy 8th birthday to you, Martina, from all the family, who hope you're having a great day today. In the southwest, again, a cloudy day with showers and 1 or 2 thundery showers as well. Temperatures 17 degrees inland, 14 degrees on the coast. And the winds, well, slackening off a little bit here than they are up in some northern parts. It's the easterly winds, actually, that have brought the temperatures right back today. Liz Byrne celebrating the last of the 20th years as she settles into her 29th birthday. All your friends commiserate with you and celebrate with you too. Best wishes to you, Liz, from all your friends in Clonmel. And finally to the southeast, where it's going to be a cloudy day, but some sunshine breaking through as well. Again, showers moving through and 1 or 2 thundery bursts and temperatures from 12 degrees on the coast to 16 degrees inland. Finally, congratulations to Audrey, Aidan, Rebecca and her new brother Robert, who arrived the other day. And our Champions League weather, well, it's been a pretty good day in Munich. It's going to stay warm and still up around 17 or 18 degrees. That's it. We'll see you again on News Tonight. Bye-bye.
That's it from TV3 News at 6:30. Champions League is on at 7:30, and I'm back with News Tonight at 11 o'clock. Until then, from all of us here on the team, have a very good evening.
Good evening.